And welcome back to the channel. On this video, I am standing out inside of a police station, King City Police Station. As you can see, King City police cars right there. And the reason why I'm standing by the police station is because I want to talk about not Oregon laws, but California laws. And specifically, the e-bike law that has gone into effect as of 2025. So let's hop on and talk about this. This is an extremely hot topic, and so I want to talk a little bit about this. And so if you're not familiar, you probably are, but in case you're not, let me go over what's happening. So basically, California has implemented their new e-bike law as of 2025, and what that means is that, so we still have the class 1, class 2, and class 3 e-bike classes, but now there's been a change to where class 1 remains exactly the same, and as does class 2. So class 1 is a 20 miles per hour maximum speed with no throttle at all. It's pedal assist only. There's no throttle on the bike. And then you've got class 2, which is the same thing as far as speed, 20 miles per hour, but you can either have pedal assist or throttle, both on the bike. And now we get to the interesting one, class 3, which is 28 miles per hour in the state of California. Mind you, this is all for just the state of California as of now. And so that class 3 now changes to where before it was class 3, you couldn't use your throttle past 20, but you could pedal the bike, but your throttle's still on there. Whereas now, the bikes cannot even have a throttle on them at all. So the only bike now in the state of California, electric bike, that can have a throttle is a class 2 bike. Okay, so we'll get back to this in just a moment, because honestly, I think the law is crazy or silly or whatever you want to call it. I don't agree with it. I don't like it. You can leave a comment in the comments below and give your opinions. But not only have we got this law, but here's the other one. The motor on the bike cannot exceed 750 watts maximum. So we're talking peak power here. So that encompasses an awful lot of bikes out there that are already out there that are now illegal. So what's going to happen next now? Are they going to have police pulling over every single e-bike to check them out? I don't know. Do they confiscate them? Do you have a fine? And do they take the bike? I mean, I'm not sure what's going to happen here. And we'll get back to that in just a moment, what other problems this is going to have that I don't understand at all. But anyway, let's get back to the throttling in 28 miles per hour, or no throttling in 28 miles per hour. Okay, so the bike is still legally you're able to ride in California 28 miles per hour, right? But no throttle. But what's the difference whether you throttle to 28 or not throttle to 28? Because I believe this whole law is supposed to be for safety reasons. That's what it seems like to me that I've read. Okay, so if it's safety that's the issue, the bike is still going 28 miles per hour, whether you're pedaling or assisted in the old law, or throttle. And I'm thinking, what's the difference? I would argue that it's even more dangerous for those that are pedaling, because you're trying to do two things at once. Where throttling, you're just holding the throttle while you ride, whereas pedaling is taking your concentration to pedal and control the bike. So I would argue that it's even more dangerous to pedal than to not pedal. And the throttle also helps those who need, including myself. I like to use, if I'm on a pedal bike, I like to use the throttle to get me started, at least, because the bikes, let's face it, are not lightweight, they're heavy. So you've got that, and then you've got all of these folks that have bought a bike already. What happens with that? Is this going to be starting today with anybody that buys a new bike, or is this including, I believe it's including existing bikes out there? So no, say you got a bike for Christmas and it's a class 3 and it has a throttle on it. Well, I guess you won't be able to ride that. Are they going to do a recall of all these bikes and maybe have the bike companies take the throttle off? Like, I don't know how this is going to work, but there's an awful lot of bikes out there that are class 3 and have a throttle on them. It's not in any other state yet, but I gotta think California is going to lead the way, and then others will follow suit. And I also feel bad for the bike companies out there that have lots of bikes in stock that have throttles on them that are class 3. So what happens now with all those bikes? I don't know. Thank you. Yeah. So I don't know, like, and is this going to force some companies to basically, are they going to go out of business? I know California is just one state, but like I say, this could happen to others that will follow suit, or even just California alone. I'm sure a lot of the sales are coming from California, right? Because first of all, the weather's nice year round, and it's a big state, lots of people there, and lots of e-bikes. I think that's probably the number one. New York and California are probably the two biggest e-bike states in the US. So I don't know where this is going, but I don't think it'll be the last time I talk about this either, because it just, if I wasn't so busy, I would probably go ahead and try to do a live stream to talk about this and get other people's point of views and thoughts on this as well, because it is a hot topic, and it's just, I just don't like it. Let me know in the comments what you think on this. Do you agree with the law? I mean, there are going to be some people that say, yeah, I agree with the law. And I think a lot of those, I'm not going to say all of them, but I bet you a good chunk of those are people that just don't like e-bikes. It could be other cyclists that don't like e-bikes, or motorists that just have it against e-bikes. And they have no, they have no interest in e-bikes being on the road to share with them at all. But anyway, I'm going to talk about this more in the future down the road, because it is a hot topic and there's a lot to unpack here. And I want to see where it goes, what happens. I want to see the first person that gets pulled over. Maybe they already have by the time this video comes out. I don't know. But it's going to be interesting to monitor this and see where it goes, and see what other states jump on board as well. Thank you very much for joining me on this video. If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe to the channel, thank you very much for doing that. Just hit the subscribe button. If you want to be notified as to when the next video comes up on the channel, just hit that notification bell. And also, if you want to comment, and I'm sure you probably will, on this video or any others, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. One more thing as we leave. What about cars? They're not limited in their speeds. The fastest highway speed is 55 miles an hour or so. But cars are able to go 100 miles an hour plus. And, they're not illegal. Anyway, We could go on and on about this, but I'm going to cut it right there. Thank you again for joining me on this video. And until next time, be safe out there and keep your wheels on the road. See you later.